Let's talk about finding your passion, right? This is probably one of the biggest challenges of this entire course. It doesn't sound like it because you probably just paused or thought and be like, no, I love roses, or I love race car driving, or I love skydiving, or I love pizza. You know, yes, but I think what's super important is I have been on the receiving end of over 50,000 emails since Crush It came out in 2009, where people say, how do I find my passion? I have all these other interests. What's the difference between a passion and a hobby? These are really challenging things to figure out. I think I like to start in a place of, it's kind of zen, and I think I should warn you now as we're early in the process, there's gonna be a lot of zen, and there's gonna be a lot of black and white, hardcore, do this. Let's start with the zen a little bit. Passion to me really defaults into, if I painted you a picture right now, if you could pause this right now, take a sip of wine, grab a swig of that beer, you know, drink that water for the healthy peeps, what would you do for the rest of your life? You pick one thing. It's the one thing. You know, it's the reason that everybody thought my passion was wine, and I flipped the script on everybody and went into the business world because that really was my passion. Wine was my business. Wine was an enormous hobby for me, but my true passion was being a storytelling entrepreneur, being a businessman, building organizations, leadership, marketing, all that stuff. And so, you know, it's a challenge, it's hard, but it's about suffocating any options and truly going within yourself and understanding what is that thing? What is that one category that if I had to make a video every day, if I had to write something every day, if I had to record something about this every day in a podcast, if I had to talk about this thing every day for the rest of my life, what would that subject matter be? And for the few of you that do know me, wine, the New York Jets, and that's like a tough thing to say out loud, all of those things got trumped by business marketing, that thing. And so that's what worked for me. And I'm hoping that as I rant here and you can clearly see my passion, I know it's exploding through the screen. I'm hoping that you can recognize what that is, because it is absolutely imperative. Do not make a decision predicated on which one makes the most money. Right? Because if you sit there and say, I equally am into beer as I am into this really narrow single thing, and you might say, well, there's a lot more money in the beer thing. I can get these sponsors, I can get this, I can get that. That's a very dangerous place to go. Following the money has stopped so many people from the ultimate upside. So dig narrow, dig deep, find that true passion.